Today we're going to be adjusting the clutch in a Kawasaki Bayou 300. Now I've owned this little four-wheeler for 25 years now. I was a little bitty kid when we got it, and let me tell you, it is a tank. They really don't hardly make many four-wheelers that are better than these, and if you got one and you treat it right, you're a lucky person because it'll treat you very good. Now, one maintenance item though that we have to do quite often is adjusting the clutch. Now, I can't tell you how many times we've done this over the years, and this thing still has the original clutch. But what it is anytime that clutch wears, you have to do a little adjusting just to keep it all working smoothly. Now, I know this is time for an adjustment because whenever I go to shift, it doesn't seem to shift as smoothly. Sometimes it doesn't quite want to shift up into the next gear. I have to rev it out a little farther. I also am experiencing some slipping of the clutch, particularly at high speeds. Like if I'm in 4th or 5th gear and really getting on it, that clutch is slipping now. And so those are my clues that it's time to do this little adjustment. Let's get started. The clutch adjustment is under this little plate right here. So let's go ahead and remove the 3 screws to take the cover off. The adjustment is actually this screw with this little locking nut on it. So I'm going to take a 12mm box and wrench here, get it on there, and let's break the locking loose. Whoop. Dropped it. So I'm just going to get that kind of loose. Now I'm going to take this screwdriver. I'm going to turn this clockwise. Notice we're not loose enough. Clockwise all the way until I feel resistance. Okay, there's resistance. Now I'm going to turn it counterclockwise. Again, all the way until I feel resistance. I feel it. And so, while holding this screw right where that resistance is, now all I got to do is tighten that locking nut back up. Easy peasy. Oh, my screw just moved a tad bit there. Let's hold that a little tighter. Now, some of you may have opened up this little case here and went, wait a minute, I've got 2 adjusting screws. Now, I believe that applies to 4-wheel drives have 2 and 2-wheel drives have 1, but don't hold me to that. But let me go ahead and walk you through the procedure if you happen to find 2 adjustments. Now, if you ended up having 2 different adjustments up in here, you're going to start with the top one, loosening the lock nut on it, and then instead of turning clockwise, you're actually going to turn it counterclockwise. And you're going to go all the way until it kind of starts to become hard to turn, and then you're going to go an additional half turn or so, maybe just a little bit more than a half turn. Then at that point, you're just going to leave the top one alone, and you're going to move down to your lower adjustment. Now, with the lower adjustment, you're going to, break it loose so that you can turn the screw inside, and then you're going to turn the lower one clockwise. And you're going to turn it clockwise, and then you're going to start turning it counterclockwise. And there's going to be, you're going to feel like, a stop between both positions, and you're going to place your screw right in the middle of those 2 positions where it stopped. So you go clockwise until it stops, counterclockwise till it stops, kind of feel how much turn there was, and then go back to the middle. Now, once you have that in the middle position, you're going to hold that in place and tighten that lock nut down on it. Then you're going to go back to the upper screw. Now, with that one, you're going to adjust the screw clockwise 2 to 3 turns or so, and then stop, and then you're going to go counterclockwise all the way until it becomes hard to tighten, just like what we did kind of down here. And once it becomes hard to tighten, that's when you're going to tighten that lock nut in without that screw changing position, and you'll be all adjusted up. So Sorry I can't demonstrate that today, but I don't have a four-wheel drive one or one with both screws, but that's how you do it. I hope this video helped you out today. If it did, would you mind taking a few seconds to help out my little family by clicking the subscribe button? I appreciate you.